Take a little tail feather if you want. Do a little two-step real quick. Just celebrating this moment, basking in your glory, your beauty, being a woman, being here. Allow yourself to show up and to show out. Start a little meditation big stand. Gotta show the world. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get started now. Let's see. There, we've got several of you on now. Right? Might end with that as a celebratory song. So today is it's Monday. Okay, let's start with that. It's Monday. And it is the second Monday of August. And so twos hold a very magical and powerful energy to them because the number 2 is about expecting miracles. Okay, so on this lovely day, make a wish, expect miracles. We're going to take a leap of faith. All right. And so with that being said, though, this is on the second Monday of August, but it is the Lionsgate portal. So what that means is pretty much there is what we call a star, a very bright star. I think it's 25 times brighter than our sun, and 23 or 25 times brighter than our sun. And it's like our spiritual sun, right? So I kind of look at it as the sun of Earth is more of the masculine energy, right? And then we have our spiritual sun, which is elevating us to that higher consciousness. It's allowing us to expand and see things from a greater perspective, right? And being able to shine light in those areas, whether it's within ourselves or within the world around us. And what makes this day so auspicious, which really can be any double-digit day. So like April 4th, 4/4 would be a portal day. 5/5, 6/6, 7/7, 12/12, 11/11, all those things are all portal days. But the reason why this one in particular is very potent and magical is because this has all been kind of building since spring. So we got Aries that kicks off this fiery energy. And then here we are in the fixed modality of fire, which is Leo, the sign of Leo. So it's like, I'm here. I'm coming out. I'm showing out. You're just going to have to get used to it. All right. And I think with today's climate, especially being embodied in a female body, it is definitely important for us to learn to celebrate ourselves and to really embody that divinity of spirit, of source, of feminine energy that we clearly chose to embody, right? So it's like, why not celebrate it? You chose to be a woman this lifetime for a particular reason. You chose to be white, you chose to be black, you chose to be Malaysian, you chose to be Latina, you chose to be everything in between. Okay, and there's a reason for that. And so with that being said, tonight's meditation is like, kind of the usual in a way. Except the fact that I don't have one card I pulled, I have like half the deck out, I guess. And the reason being is because we're gonna kind of do a little different stuff. But this energy today really focuses on the heart space. It also focuses a lot on our solar plexus. And so we'll be adorning ourselves with our crowns this evening, like usual. But then maybe with a little more direction for certain things so that we can really purify and heal these energy centers of ours that typically take a lot. They take a lot. As a woman, we tend to give a lot, right? And when we do, sometimes that causes us to over distribute our energy. And we end up sometimes feeling underappreciated. We feel undervalued. We definitely know where the disempowerment comes from, not just from family and friends, but culturally and societal pressures as well. And then the heart space, I'm pretty sure some of us, if not all of us here on this call, have experienced some sort of heartache, heartbreak, some sort of grief, some sort of loss. So to give that love back to ourselves that we might have externalized is very important because it allows us to resource ourselves, right? We are the source of that. Anytime we come back to something like the prefix re, right? When we are able to resource and come back in ourselves, then we become resourceful. So we're able to fill ourselves back up as we are the source that we continue to come home to. So with that being said, we will go ahead and get started. All right, so go ahead and take a nice deep breath, taking in this whole moment. Perhaps noticing your physical space if you have not done so already, and if you don't care to look at your physical space, that's fine. Go ahead and just close your eyes. Check in with the world, space that is within. And just noticing where you are, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Allowing all of those aspects of you to be invited here in this moment. Without expectations, without judgment, trying to change anything. Just see what you observe about your body, about your feelings, about the thoughts that may be streaming through the mind. Noticing the breath. As always, allowing that breath to simply be the tool to bring you back into your body, back into the present moment. To really identify, set the tone for your self-awareness, self-care practice with me this evening. Create sacred space for yourself simply by visualizing a gold ring of light all around you. This gold ring of light helps you to not only create but to hold that sacred space. Serves you and your highest good. Any excess or outside energy that does not serve you simply dissipates once this gold ring of light around you is activated. And imagine an iridescent ball of light surrounding you as well. Both this gold ring of light and this iridescent bubble around you constitutes your personal space, sacred space. Anytime you need to come back to self, feel at home within yourself, simply just call upon this gold ring of light to surround you, knowing that you are protected, supported in this space. And that iridescent ball of light surrounding you simply acts as reinforcement. So that you end up creating this beautiful force field of light all around you. And just imagine that light, that gold and iridescent light, shining out in every direction, moving through all time and space, connecting you to the truth of what is, the truth of who you are, the source, divine feminine wisdom, intuition, magic, power, grace, beauty, and abundance. Source that supplies you for all of your todays and tomorrows. Call upon this infinite supply to support us, not only in this moment, but in every moment. The abundance of the universe pouring out over us, pouring over you, filling you. Reminding you that upon your head is a crown of gold light. Sometimes it might slip, fall off, veer to the left or right. So just take a moment. And check in with your crown, allowing this bright golden light to just radiate the crown of your head. As you allow the mind to open, the light of this crown moves down into space, the brows, allowing you to see clearly, see yourself in the most favorable light. Moves down into the throat, soothing any words left unspoken, supporting communication you have to spirits, that you are heard. Prayers, intentions, wishes, desires are heard clearly. As we allow this light to shine down into the heart space, just breathe. Just take a moment to witness, feel, see, some way sense your heart being filled with this bright, glowing gold light. Offering you the opportunity to be honest with yourself. What is your heart's truest desire? Take a moment to just listen. Listen to callings and stirrings in your heart space. Acknowledging what you feel. Knowing that all feelings simply serve as feedback. With that feedback, you're able to assess, reassess. If something does not feel right, use that information. What would feel better for you? What is it that will set your soul on fire, light you up? How would it feel to be fully alive, joy, happiness, to reap all the benefits and pleasures of this life, embodiment, being a woman. And as you begin to contemplate, with your heart filled with light, allow that to begin to reflect. Flowing down into solar plexus. Taking a deep breath. Maybe placing one or both hands on the solar plexus, as if you're giving yourself healing. That healing force, power is love. Can you love all the moments in which you are disempowered? You don't have to love the person. Can you love that part of yourself that was disempowered, that was hurt, that was betrayed, that was judged, that was abandoned, rejected, feared, intimidated, lost, buried, lied? See, we've all had moments where the external world did not validate who we are. Didn't acknowledge us, see us, feel us, hear us. And in order to adapt and to cope, to appease the opinions of others, we begin to suppress who we are. We began to dim our light. But now is the time to tap in to what truly sets your soul and your heart on fire, so that you may rekindle that flame and allow it to burn, baby, burn away all fears, so that you can override those fears with faith, so that you can take that risk, putting your heart's true desire into action, that you can remember and awaken divinity, goddess that is within you. Whether you realize it or not, you being here and showing up every Monday or any Monday is a subconscious agreement to remember who you are, to celebrate yourself from the core of your being, remembering that you are strong, remembering that you are sorceress, you are magic, you are a miracle. All that you need is within you. Peace, love, guidance, intuition, all of this lies within you. Simply a matter of remembering that you are a magical person, magical woman, one that can manifest with clear intentions into reality. Just have to stay focused. Offer yourself some grace. One of the gifts of being a woman is creativity. Being creative doesn't necessarily have to be in some artsy fartsy way. You can create a new reality simply by reframing your mindset, which can eventually recreate how you're feeling, how you act, how you respond, how you move, how you are. And the more you own that ability to create and recreate, like the goddess Kali who can destroy and recreate, feared for her abilities to end and begin, offers you power of resilience. So anything old that is holding you back in this moment, just imagine there's a cosmic trash bin out in front of you and just toss those disempowering thoughts, feelings, words, sensations in the body may arise. Think of those disempowering moments. Just toss them all in this cosmic trash bin out in front of you. As a radical act of self-love, just mentally strike a match. Toss it in that trash bin. The fire of the season transform the old, creating space opportunities that are coming to you. Feel yourself open, receptive, and just breathe. It's time to trust your inner wisdom. The more you exercise this, the stronger your faith, trust within yourself grows. In turn, the more you embody the love you may give unto others so easily. You have permission to love all aspects of who you are. The good, the bad, the not good enough, not that enough, not this enough. Parts of you that you may even be ashamed to speak of or to acknowledge. But allow her to come up in this moment. Allow all the aspects of you to come up, and one by one, extend love and grace to those aspects of yourself. Time has come for you to be bold and daring. Whatever way feels bold and daring for you. Trust the wisdom that lies within you. Stay focused on your desire. Although some of you may be experiencing enormous change right now, know and trust that these changes bring great blessings. Give yourself permission to receive. Some of you are just getting started. Have patience with yourself and your process. Now is the time to advocate for yourself. The more you do, the more your intuition is increased, resources, energy, ability to serve your purpose and mission with ease. ability to give to others is all heightened, bringing you to an experience, a life, one in alignment with that of your highest self. One where every day is magical, even in the most unexpected ways. Your next breath, as you inhale, allow the lower belly to expand, heart space, the mind expands, and as you exhale, allow that golden energy at your crown to continue to move down through mind, voice, your heart, power center, into the space of your sacred womb essence. Yourself permission to release the heaviness, emotional baggage that you've been carrying. It's time to set those bags down so that you can be free physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, sexually free. And just know that there is no pressure. Everyone's perception of freedom looks different. For some, physical freedom may mean more money. For some, it may just be being free of dis-ease, healthy, vibrant, optimal health. It may be a combination of the two. Emotional freedom can look like no longer responding to things the same that used to trigger you. You acknowledge the memories and the experience, the charge, the emotional charge around the experience has diminished significantly. Emotional freedom can also look like no longer choosing to play small, no longer being fearful of being seen and heard, felt. You feel comfortable, content with who you are. Love yourself unconditionally. And even if you don't, or feel as if you don't, you can still choose to love that part of you that feels unworthy of love. Some that may be the ultimate practice to cultivate emotional freedom, loving all aspects of yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, completely. mental freedom. Some that may be being able to access inspiration, creativity, sharing their thoughts, their opinions in safe spaces. For some that may be being free of stress or worry, maybe even just having them become less and less. Mental freedom can also be choosing your perspective of a particular situation. Mental freedom can look or feel like no longer thinking or ruminating over things over and over that causes you to feel bad, less than, just not good enough. Mental freedom can simply be peace of mind. Being aware of what you are thinking about. Is it worth your focus, your time, your energy? Spiritual freedom can look like being who you are authentically, letting go of old doctrines, religious programming, dogma, choosing what really resonates to your soul, your heart. Being able to establish a authentic and unique relationship with spirit, the divine, the goddess, divine mother. And allowing your faith to be unwavering. It's a unique and special relationship between you and the goddess energy. Remembering that you are a sovereign queen. Sometimes you just have to adjust your crown a little bit, polish it up. Look at yourself and remember who you are. One that most may overlook or feel slightly uncomfortable speaking of is sexual freedom. For some, this can look like embracing themselves as a sexual being without the stigmas of being promiscuous, slut shame. It could also look like choosing to move through any negative or residual energies from past sexual relationships, whether they were consensual or not. Sexual freedom is simply about releasing the stigmas, releasing the taboos, releasing the judgment, the expectations of who and how you should be as a sexual being. Doesn't necessarily mean you can or will want to run the streets and have many partners. You may just have one. You may desire to just have one partner, but to free yourself sexually is what allows you to be comfortable with intimacy. Love in action is intimacy. It doesn't need to happen with another being. You can be intimate with yourself, just as you are in this moment. The good, the bad, ugly aspects of yourself, and all be intimate with one another. This is how we begin to cultivate radical self-love and acceptance, which in turn allows us to be whole. We no longer fight ourselves, no longer resistant to the parts of us that want to come up. We're healing, we're clearing, for love, our own love. Such a powerful, powerful force of nature. The more you allow yourself to define these freedoms and what they look like for you, how they feel for you, how you want them to feel or be for you. Unlocks not only your true potential, but allows you to stand strong in all of your glory, firmly rooted in your truth as you walk this earth, empowered, independent, and it is from this place, this space that is within you, that sets the foundation for your success, for your transformation, for the miracles, the blessings, pleasures that this world has to offer. You are a powerful woman, one with a bright, bright future. And even though some days the sun may be a little harder to see, things may be a little cloudy, there might be what seems to be a rain cloud over your head, dimming the light from shining on you. Just know that that cloud, that darkness, too shall pass, just as the clouds do, just as we roll from one day to the next, 1 week to the next, 1 month to the next, 1 year, 1 life to the next. Eventually the cloud goes away. And once again, there's the light. It's always been there. Some days we forget to appreciate it. Other days, our view of that light may be obstructed. But in those moments, if and when we've forgotten, All it takes is intention, imagination, your desire to turn that light back on. Allow that golden light to line your crown, your mind, with your throat, with your heart, with your power center, with your womb. Allow it to move all the way down to the base of your spine, rooting down through the legs, your feet, into the earth. You are the embodiment of light. You are provided for in all of your days, todays, and tomorrows. There is no need to worry. All is working in your favor. Expect miraculous solutions to appear to anything that may be weighing heavy on your heart space. Breathe into it. Let it go. You remember that the light you bring in this world is very much needed. And just like one candle can illuminate darkness, you share your light with others. This light can spread like wildfire, transforming culture, society, home, relationships, their life, the world. Allow yourself to be seen, heard, felt, embraced. May you always remember that you are infinite love and light. So it is. And whenever you are ready, you can Open your eyes, bringing a little movement to the body. Maybe do a little dance, a little wiggle. Celebrating yourself for being here and showing up. All right. Listening to this earlier, taking a sexual relationship coaching class, and as I started to dance and sing the words, I got emotional, and it made me realize how coming out, showing myself to the world is scary as fuck. Okay, because I freaked out, and when I freaked out, I get overwhelmed. I start to cry. So that's what happened. But it was such a beautiful moment because it made me realize um, how triggering that was, to allow myself to come out and show up and so forth. And so that's something I've been working on and working through. You would think that being a teacher, that would just be something I'm kind of used to. I've been on stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people at hair shows. Um, but I guess it's a little different when you're like on stage educating about like professional stuff, like here's this hair product and this is how you put it on and what it does. So that's a little different. It can be nerve-wracking, but it's a little different from from saying, hey, I'm this spiritual teacher, like trust me with your vulnerability and mirror mine while we're at it. So that's a little bit different, but anyways, so I'm embracing and celebrating this day as an opportunity to, excuse my language, but to say fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it. You scared, fuck it. Just do it anyways. You sad, well, fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta do it anyways. Say no, or like whatever it is. That somebody's might, try to challenge you or go back and forth when you assert yourselves. Well, you know what? I could do it anyways, okay? Because they gonna learn today. So outside of that, the collective message that I have, I would. What I'm getting is the message of independence. I don't know where that one is in here, but independence. Oh wait. Not coincidental. Independent is Bass, okay? Who she says your independence is a foundation for your strength and success, but I also forget she coincidentally is I believe it's Bass. I should know this deck like the back of my hand because I've had it forever. I'm almost about 99, 100% sure that yes. Let's see. I thought Bass was the one that had like a the head of a lion. Maybe that's a different goddess in here, but she does have some little lions there. So, anyways, my point is that she is represented by the lion. She's an Egyptian goddess, actually. And she is both a moon and a sun goddess. So she has both those qualities of feminine and masculine energies within her, which I think is cool because, like I was saying in the beginning, if you consider our normal sun that's out right now, if you consider that the masculine, like divine father energy, then our Sirius, which is that our spiritual sun, which that's where today's portal is, why it's so potent. That would be the feminine aspect. So it's pretty cool how all that synchronized today. So look at that magic. All right. So the collective message is to embrace your independence. Really reflect today or tonight. Think about it before you go to bed. They said last 5 minutes before you actually fall asleep, whatever you're thinking about has the ability to leave an impression within the subconscious mind, as well as the unconscious. And then eventually those things will become conscious. So before you go to sleep, maybe just ponder, what does physical freedom, what would that look like? If you could just name just 1 to 3 things that you would like to experience as far as physical freedom, emotional freedom, mental freedom, spiritual freedom, sexual freedom, financial freedom, whatever, all those, you know, levels of yourself or different aspects of yourself, just kind of check in and see, what would freedom feel like in those areas, and see if you really can take a moment to embody that feeling, that desire, so that that transmission that you are sending out into the universe is potent and strong and clear, so that the universe knows what to bestow upon you. Okay, so that is the Women's Meditation Goddess Guidance collective reading and message. And happy 8/8 portal day, because it is just now past 8 o'clock. So happy manifesting, and we'll go into our reading.